Welcome back to another episode of Savoring SoCal, where we meet the chefs, farmers, and flavor makers shaping Southern California's food culture in ways that matter. I'm your host, Vanessa, and today we're at Casa Marcela with Chef Marcela Valladolid, best-selling cookbook author, TV personality, and founder and creator of Matriarcha, a food brand built on clean ingredients, deep roots, and a mission to reclaim the Mexican table. Let's step into her kitchen. So, Chef, what are we making today?
Very easy and very simple, non-traditional Mexican, which is the whole goal. I offer a lot of traditional recipes that you can use the Matriarcha products with, but I also like to tell people that obviously Mexican flavor and ingredients can come into non-traditional Mexican dishes. So here we have a wheel of brie, un queso brie, and there's nothing, I think there isn't a better combination to serve with brie cheese than sweet and salty. So very simple, we're gonna score it, top it with salsa macha, a ton of agave, figs from the tree, a little bit of fresh herbs, sprinkle of salt and in the oven and it gets all gooey and melty. And then you have some toasted baguettes. That's it. Sí, estoy haciendo deviled eggs porque estoy viejita and I love deviled eggs. The traditional combo is usually yolks and the cooked yolks, obviously, and some mayo. There's plenty of mayo in there. I think I overdid a little, but that's okay. And then I'm just gonna add some chipotle because why not? And I like to just add the adobo in case somebody doesn't like the spice. The adobo gives you enough of the smokiness and obviously the flavor of the chipotle. And then just a drizzle of olive oil to give it also some balance. Not too much, you already have the yolks. And then you just literally just mash it. Go for it, girl.
Perfect. Well then. I think this is something that it would definitely be like a recurring little snacky in my home. Like if I'm hosting.
For like a Tuesday night? For
like a Tuesday night.
Netflix?
Alone, Netflix and chill.
Nice.
No, claro.
Okay.
Of course.
I like it.
So, Chef, for the people out there that don't already know you, who are you and what do you do?
This is so weird because I love you so much. But my name is Chef Marcela Valladolid. Do I tell you or do I tell them?
Either way works.
Okay, so my name is Marcela Valladolid. I'm a chef. I've been a professional chef for 20 years now. My career started as a food editor at Bon Appetit magazine, and that just snowballed into a lot of the stuff that you've actually worked with me. How long have we known each other?
For five years.
Yeah, that's half a decade.
So
you've been here for a lot of the projects, but my career has been really good to me. I've published books. I've done a lot of television. I've done some really amazing projects. I do cooking classes with my sister. I developed a food line. I developed a housewares line.
So, Chef, what does home cooked mean to you?
You know why I love this question? Because people will ask me permission to cook certain Mexican things a certain way. And my response to them is always, if it tastes good to you, if it brings comfort to you, if your kids will eat it, then that's your food. Nobody's a gatekeeper here. Nobody should be able to tell you if it's authentic, if it's good enough, if it's worthy of it being served at an event. To me, comfort food is literally what Philip, David, Anna, and Fausto are willing to eat. And that usually is very centered around Mexican cuisine because that's what I grew up with. Philip's mom is Mexican and you've been here plenty. In our home, it just is always centered on tortillas, jalapeños, aguacate, anything that kind of brings both Philip and myself back to our childhood, which is both very Mexican food centric. I would consider that comfort food.
What do you want your kids to inherit, not just literally, but emotionally from this kitchen?
Pride. I think that's the most important part, just especially in the climate that we're in right now, that people are being kind of forced into this space where the less you show your cultural roots and heritage, the safer you feel. That to me is tragic, absolutely tragic. And if anything, I want my children to walk with their heads held high with regards to anything that has to do with culture, to just constantly empaparlos, that they're living, swimming, breathing the culture in your home and your traditions. And that's so important to me, just to, that they inherit that pride.
Ay, wow, ya sabía que esta entrevista iba a ser la mejor entrevista. Ay, gracias. How do you think that you stay connected with the version of yourself that fell in love with the kitchen?
Oh, that's such a hard question, because for me, it was literally, and you saw it happen in real time, because I spent a good 10 years of my career very disconnected to my authentic self, because I started really young. I started in my early 20s, and it was very easy for me to allow myself to be molded into whatever the bigger networks or the bigger executives asked me to be.
Yeah.
So I would be more palatable to whatever audience I was catering to. So it took a really, really long time. I think age and hormones changing and just life and being the mom to a teenager, like all of those things that really, this is just the truth, all of the things that happen in life, los golpes, the stuff that leaves you unable to fake who you are and what you represent. But it took me a really long time to get there. I can tell you, like, probably it's been within the last 5 or 8 years that it is so clear to me who I am, what I'm willing to do, and what I'm willing not to do. Some women are very fortunate that they have that inner voice and that strength since they're very young. It took me a really long time to get there, but we're there.
I think you've done that incredibly well. It feels so good. I'm in awe of you always.
No, igualmente.
So your brand Matriarcha is all about clean, real Mexican food. What inspired you to create this?
My life, my own life. They say that if you want to build a successful business, literally just tackle a problem that you want to solve for yourself. Y eso fue Matriarcha. Matriarcha for me, I grew up with, by the time that we were well, I'm much older than you. We were already dealing with highly processed food. So I did definitely grow up with a lot of that, but I also grew up with a lot of processed versions of traditional Mexican foods and traditional Mexican seasonings that I won't mention. And even in the beginning of my career, I partnered with these companies like it wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
And then Fausto was born. And I don't know what inside of me just really wanted to not do Gerber baby food. I wanted to breastfeed. I wanted to cook from scratch. Like something in me, and that's not even how I grew up. So I've never really known where that urge came from. So literally, Fao is now 21. It's been 20 years of me literally looking for clean options just to feed my family. And that's how Matriarcha was born. I want the cleanest maize. I want the cleanest seasonings. I want the cleanest salt. I want the cleanest everything. I think because I already carry so much guilt as a working mom, I at least want to know that when my kids come home and they open the fridge or I make them a meal, that I'm giving them stuff that's truly good and wholesome for them. And that's the premise of Matriarcha.
And delicious. I have literally tried every single one of these products and they do take me back.
I did not pay her to
say 1,000%. No, she didn't. They 1,000% take me back. It's so delicious. I literally have them hidden in my home because nobody can touch them but me. At Casa Marcela, the food isn't just seasoned, it's storied. Every tortilla, every salsa, every herb from her garden carries memory and meaning. What Marcela serves isn't just a meal. It's a legacy told through taste. Thanks for joining me here at Casa Marcela for another episode of Savoring SoCal. If this video stirred something in you, hit like, subscribe, and come back hungry, because this is real food, real people, real SoCal.